Hi, welcome to Schwarze Industries. My name's Clark, and today we're going to talk about the Schwarze Supervac Gale Force pavement sweeper. We're going to start with the chassis. The Gale Force is available on two separate chassis. You can get it on the Isuzu or Chevrolet NPR HD. That's a 14,500 GVRW truck. You can get it on the gas. You can also get it in a diesel model. Today we're going to be looking at the Gale Force that's mounted on the gas chassis. Gas chassis, the sweeper is mounted on a 109-inch wheelbase truck, which gives the driver a very tight turning radius, allows him to get in and out of tight areas real good, lets you get closer to curb lines, like I said, get in and out of tighter areas, lets you get around the parking lots or wherever else you're sweeping, lets you get around easier, get on and get off the property quicker, saving time. Moving on back, we're going to talk about the curb broom on the Gale Force. The curb broom is a 39-inch vertical steel digger curb broom. Has steel bristles. Again, it's 39 inches in diameter and has hydraulic tilt. The benefit of the hydraulic tilt is it lets you tilt the angle of the broom. So if you have a recessed curb line, let you tilt the broom, get into the curb line, throw the debris out from the curb line, throw it under the sweeper to be vacuumed up. Will also help you if you're in in a street or in a parking lot where you have some matted down mud or material that's hard to move, to get broken loose. You can dig the curb broom into the debris, break it loose, so it makes it easier for the sweeper to pick it up. Curb broom options, you can actually get a curb broom on the driver's side and the passenger side. The sweeping width with the Gale Force without a curb broom is 82 inches. With one curb broom, you increase your sweeping width to 103 inches. And if you have dual curb brooms, that extends your sweeping width to a total of 124 inches. Okay, moving back, as I mentioned earlier, the Gale Force can be mounted on a gas chassis or a diesel chassis. For today's purposes, we're looking at the Gale Force on a gas chassis. On the gas chassis, the truck will have its own separate 33-gallon fuel tank. And for the sweeper motor, which is located here, the diesel tank is a 35-gallon fuel tank. Again, that runs the diesel sweeper motor. Okay, the choices we have for the sweeper motors for the Gale Force, we have an option of the Cummins 74 horsepower diesel engine, and we also offer a Deutz 74 horsepower diesel engine. Moving back, we'll talk about the fan. The Gale Force has a 30-inch fan. It's a whisper wheel fan. Has 10 blades. The whisper wheel has backward inclined fan blades. And what that does, that uses air more efficiently, creates better airflow, gives you better suction power. The fan is made of hard-ox steel. It's abrasion resistant steel. It's one of the hardest steels available. The sweeping head that comes with a Gale Force is an 82-inch wide sweeping head, so it gives you a sweeping path of 82 inches. Again, as we mentioned earlier, if you use one curb broom, that extends your sweeping width to 103 inches. If you use your dual curb brooms, it extends your sweeping width to 124 inches. The sweeping head has two skid plates, a skid plate on each side, and on the bottom of the skid plates you have tungsten carbide, which prevents the skid plate from wearing out quickly because it generates so much heat running across the pavement. So it'll give you a long life on your skid plates. The intake tubes that are connected to your sweeping head are 10-inch tubes. You have a 10-inch tube on the passenger side, and you have a 10-inch tube here on the driver's side. These 10-inch tubes, some units will use 12-inch tubes. We use a 10-inch tube. With a 10-inch tube, we can get more airflow through a 10-inch tube. Makes it a little bit better, picks up a little bit better with a 10-inch tube versus a 12-inch tube. The battery for the Gale Force, it's easy access. It's right here behind the curb broom. You have one battery. The battery operates the truck and the sweeper. Another important feature of the Gale Force is the bolt-on intake tube. On the Gale Force, you're going to be sweeping a lot of heavy debris, dirt, gravel, sand, rocks, and so over time your intake tube will wear out because of sweeping that heavier debris with high velocity air. And so with this bolt-on intake tube, when this tube does get to the point where it needs to be replaced, instead of having to cut it out and re-weld it, we have a bolt-on tube. It's real simple to replace. Just take the bolts out, bolt the new tube onto the sweeper, and you're ready to go. Another great feature of the Gale Force, one of the options, is a hand hose. The hand hose mounts on the side of the hopper, and what this does, this allows you to get into areas that the sweeper will not reach itself. So it'll let you get into curbs. You can vacuum out curbs, let you get over into maybe some grassy areas to vacuum some debris up. Also will allow you to clean out catch basins, things like that the sweeper won't actually pick up itself. But you can get a lot of work just cleaning out catch basins with this hand hose. It's a 5-inch hand hose. It's typically 8 foot long, but you can also get if you're going to do some catch basin cleaning, you can get a 4-foot extension for the hand hose. Okay, the hopper on the Gale Force, it's a 4.8 cubic yard hopper. The hopper is made of stainless steel. So not only is the hopper stainless steel, the doors are stainless steel, the latches are stainless steel, and the screen inside is stainless steel. So you have no rust points, no rust areas with the hopper. The hopper actually has a lifetime warranty against rust through. So that's a very, very big benefit to contractors. The hopper on the Gale Force, it's got inspection doors, one on each side. What the inspection door allows you to do is, inevitably when you're sweeping, you're going to run across stuff in a parking lot or when you're doing a construction cleanup that the sweeper won't actually pick up. So you're going to have to get out. Driver will have to get out and just pick the debris up, throw it inside the hopper, and these inspection doors on the side make it real easy to get rid of that debris. He can just jump out, pick up whatever he can't sweep with the sweeper, and throw it inside the hopper. Another feature of the Gale Force are the large enclosed toolboxes. We have one on each side of the sweeper. Open the door here. You can see it. Have a large area where your driver can carry any tools that he may need for the job. We have these storage tubes that run across the frame of the truck. Those tubes are designed where you can slide a shovel, rake, other tools that you may need to do a good job. Just slide them right through there, store them inside the toolbox. The toolboxes are lighted. They have an LED light inside, so at night when your lights are on the truck, the LED light will light up in the toolboxes. They're made out of heavy-duty polyethylene, so almost indestructible. Moving around on the back, we'll talk about lighting. Across the back, we have all LED lighting. Across the top, we also have LED lighting on the bottom. At each corner, at the top of the hopper in the rear, we also have amber strobes, safety strobes. So when your bar light on the truck is on, then these strobes will also be on. Just gives you added safety when you're in a parking lot. The Gale Force has a dumping height of 77 inches, which is tops in the industry for this size sweeper. This will allow you to get into larger dumpsters, more versatile. Let you get into a lot of dumpsters that a lot of sweepers will not allow you to dump into because they dump a lot lower. Located in the back is the fuel fill door. Just drop the door down. This gives you access to the fuel fill for the gas chassis, and also gives you access to your hydraulic dump cylinders for the hopper. Makes everything real easy to get to. Come around this side, we're going to start off by talking about the dump door. The Gale Force dumps hydraulically, so you hit a switch inside the cab on the control panel, the hopper raises up, dumps into a dumpster. You have a dump cylinder on both sides to open the dump door, back up to a dumpster, hit your button. The dump door is going to open up first, and then the hopper will raise up and it will dump the debris out of the hopper. We also have another inspection door again on the passenger side. Just allows you to get out and maybe inspect your load if you need to, or throw debris that the sweeper won't pick up unless you throw it into the hopper. What we have here is this is for the screen clean out. We have this prop rod to keep the screen clean out door open. So when you raise your hopper, you open this door, raise your hopper up, makes it real easy to clean the screen out. So the screen clean out door, here we have a prop rod, lets you keep the screen clean out door open, gives you real easy access to clean the screen out when you raise your hopper up. With this door propped open, gives you easy access to wash the screen out, keeps the screen good and clean so it doesn't cut off your airflow and interfere with your sweeping performance. Located here, we have an air bleeder door on the back side of the fan housing. This air bleeder door, what this does, it allows you to control your airflow for different sweeping conditions. You can close the door off to push more air down and across the sweeping head if you're sweeping heavier debris like a lot of heavy dirt, sand, or gravel. Helps push the debris from the blow down side over to the pickup side. It will also, when you open the door, it exhausts a little bit of air out of the system, gives you actually more vacuum power down at the sweeping head. So when you're sweeping light conditions like paper, leaves, bottles, material like that, it will suck it inside the head and over to the pickup tube instead of blowing it away. So this bleeder door is very important to help control your different sweeping conditions. As we talked about earlier, we have two different engine options on the Gale Force. We have the 74 horsepower Cummins and a 74 horsepower Deutz. On the passenger side, it gives you a lot better access, a lot better view of the engines. Also on the passenger side, have easy access to the water tank. The Gale Force has two different water tanks, gives you a total capacity of 130 gallons of water. We have the water tank located here, and then we also have another tank that's located underneath the hopper. Again, it gives you 130 gallons water capacity. Have an easy access, easy fill located here on top of the main tank. Have a sight gauge here that lets you know how much water you have in the tank. And we also have inside the cab of the truck on the control panel, there's also a water level gauge, which will also let you know when your water tank gets low. The water tanks on the Gale Force are used for dust control. Again, we have two separate water tanks with a total capacity of 130 gallons. The dust control, we have several different options. Basically, our standard option for the dust control is a 12-volt system. We have 12-volt spray pumps located underneath the water tanks. And we have spray systems located at each curb broom. We have two spray nozzles located inside the hopper at the intake tube. And then we also have additional options of spray bars. We have a front spray bar that can be mounted across the front of the truck, which is located here. And we also have an option of a hopper spray bar, which is mounted inside the hopper onto the screen. And again, all that's just is used to help control the dust. When it comes to the controls for the Gale Force, all the controls are located at the driver's fingertips on your control panel. Your controls, you have the fuel gauge for the diesel sweeper motor. You have all your sweeper functions located right at the driver's fingertips. The top section of the control panels is for the dust control. The mid section is for the lights and raising and lower your sweeping head and your hopper. And the bottom controls are for your curb brooms and your curb broom tilts. Gale Force is also equipped with a backup camera. Gives you a peace of mind when you're backing up, let you know everything's good. As you can see, the Gale Force is our most versatile and most powerful sweeper in our S-Series line. The Gale Force is ideal for parking lot sweeping, construction cleaning, a little bit of street sweeping, track outs, HOA sweeping. Again, it's probably the most versatile sweeper that we have. It's definitely the most powerful in the S-Series line. This sweeper will basically do pretty much anything you need to sweep up. If you want to learn more about the Gale Force or any of our other S-Series products, check us out online at www.schwarze.com or give us a call at 1-800-879-7933.